Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jaiya Victoria. I want to thank you so much for subscribing. I have a bunch of new subscribers and I just want to say thank you so much. I'm so happy that you found me, and I just want to say before I get into the energy update that um, I mean, I always want to say thank you so much. Like, I really, really mean it, because I haven't been on YouTube a long time, and I actually, for this is the 5th year of my business, and I haven't been on YouTube the whole time anyway. So, okay. The spirits are telling me to start. Okay. So, but thank you. So, because I'm relatively new to YouTube, it's exciting. All right. So, I'm going to tell you a general update, because I know that I think the updates are really fun, right? And just so you know, I intend to do these every Sunday, but sometimes I either don't have the energy or I don't have the message. So if I did it anyway on Sunday, I feel like it wouldn't even be helpful. So my intention is to do it every Sunday, but if not, I will show up at another point. Right now it's Saturday, but I will show up when it's the right time. So just expect, expect that I will show up if it's not on Sunday, but I plan for Sunday. Anyway, okay. So the update right now is, okay, I have to laugh because it's a little bit insane right now. Okay, it's a little bit, let's have some water. Okay, well, you're strong because you're alive. I will say that, because the energies are purging us. They're purging. Like, they're just purging. We're purging. Everything's purging. And it's really intense. And if you feel crazy, it's not you. And especially if you feel like extra crazy right now and like out of it and everything's crazy, it's not you personally. Well, it's like something bigger, I mean, is going on. And so what's happening with the crazy feeling is that basically it's a good thing. So basically it's like, okay, I'm like, how do I layer the info? It's like we're coming into paradise. That's actually what we're returning to. We're returning to paradise because at the beginning there was the fall of Adam and Eve, right? And the crazy part of that story was that they didn't actually leave paradise. Their perception just changed. Okay, I just saw a light saying, don't talk about this. Okay. See, okay. Energy is always talking to me and I have to listen. So, okay. Well, then I'm going to move to what I was talking about. Basically, maybe that's for another video, but basically what's happening is the planet is being inundated with positive energy right now. Like, there's so much positive energy being directed at our planet. I think some people call them like solar flares, or I am not an astrology person. I just see energy, so that's where I am a specialist. And basically there's just a lot of light being beamed at the earth, at our planet, energetically, and it's love and it's good. But the thing is, when you shine a light on something, if you shine a light in a dark room, you're going to see everything. And so that's exactly what's happening in your energy in your life right now. It's like the light is beaming on you, and what's there, it's like nothing can hide anymore. So is that going to be uncomfortable? Yeah, probably, because a lot of stuff we would like to just pretend it isn't there. I mean, think of any trauma you've had. You probably would like to just be like, that's not, it's easier not to. And that's why we have to deal with childhood trauma as adults, because we didn't want to deal with it, or we couldn't, and that's okay also. It's totally okay. But for you to be who you really are, for you to be the loving spirit that you are, like, that can't be in the way. Like, we can't have anything blocking your light. And so that's why it feels extra intense. And I don't know why the word crazy feels a little bit accurate. Potentially scary, or whatever word it feels like to you. And I'm going to give you some advice for this time in particular, because the reason I had the energy to even film this right now is because there's a method that I do that I was like, I'm gonna sit here and do this anyway. I might as well show everybody because it can help you. So there are 3 steps to just feeling better in general, and if you actually do these things, they can make a really big difference in your life. And this is like stuff that, I mean, I find it challenging, but it works, and I've seen it work, and it's what I use myself. And when I coach clients, this is what I work with them to do. So it's like really awesome info. And I'm going to tell you those 3 things. So let's go. So the first step is the word clear. You cannot be, so, okay, who is the real you? Like if you have a light shining on you and there's a bunch of stuff being illuminated, maybe that isn't positive. Well, what is that? And then who is the real you? Because negative energy, the trauma, the fear, the problems, the things, the negative beliefs, they aren't the real you because they are removable and they can clear out of you. That's the work I do with my work, Energy Queen Alchemy, or EQA for short. And so who are you, right? That's sort of like the question right now. Who are you really? And how do you be that person right now? And the less you do that, the more uncomfortable you're going to be with the energy being, the positive energy illuminating you all the time. Because like it's sort of like, what's a good analogy for this? It's sort of like I don't know why this is the only one I can think of, but like if you're being filmed in HD, then the better care you take of your skin, the better you'll look. Sort of like that. It's like the more illuminated you are, it's like the more you clear out and take care of your energy, the better you're gonna not just look but feel, and the better and more positive your life is gonna be. And so it's like this whole process is supposed to help you. And I'm sorry if it sounds confusing. I'm just like channeling and trying to keep up with what the energy world is telling me to say. But I hope that helps you know that I care about what I tell people, and I will listen to their advice. So so the word clear is the number 1 step that you need to do, because you can't be the old version of you, meaning you can't be the version of you that is clogged by negative energy and trauma and fear and negative beliefs from the past, while being the new version of you. You know what I mean? Like it's like you have to pick a lane. You can't be that person and try to be the new person, because that's where we start to feel that craziness. We start to feel you might hear a kitty in the background. Hi. You might start to feel like, for me, honestly, what I have to do, you guys, is it's almost like the old version of you has to die. Like you have to literally let go of a lot, because you can't be in both identities. And if it's hard to let go, I want to tell you, well, who's the real you again? Is it the you who's blocked by trauma, or is it the you that is free from all of that? And if you can remove and dissolve trauma and negative energy and negative beliefs, then that can't be the real you, right? So you must be the new version. You must be the positive version. That must be the like everlasting eternal you. So that means that we don't have to hold on to stuff that starts to feel old. And that's really the key. What feels old? This is what I tell my clients all the time, because I'm clearing their energy so quickly. You have to really watch out for what starts to feel old. And if you're in the process, if you're watching this video, and if you're doing things yourself, then you're going to be evolving. And so one of the most important steps, you guys, is to let go. You have to literally clear out. And I recommend getting rid of clothes that feel old, because it'll be like you have like a new energetic, frequency, and the version of you that even chose certain outfits or certain objects and bought them literally was filled with different frequencies including negative frequencies that just aren't in you anymore. So it's like you have to literally like let go of those objects because they will actually like confuse you. And people think that I'm a bit crazy with this because I will literally let go of a lot. One time I mean, it's like, God bless my journey, but like one time I even like threw out a bunch of makeup that I just bought, and I was like, well, this... and it just doesn't seem logical, but okay, if you're in this journey that we're talking about here, if this resonates with you, this is a really important step because you have to literally look in your closet because that's a big part of your identity. I have clothes that I bought like a month ago that I still have hanging there, and I know I need to get rid of them because I'm not going to wear them because they just don't feel like me, the real version of me that I'm growing into. They literally feel like someone else's clothes. So clothing is actually really important. And a lot of the ways you take care of yourself, even like your hairbrush, your toothbrush, your makeup. I just bought, I'm always plugging this beauty product, just this one. It's the Color Blur, and I had a Color Blur. You can use it on your lips, your cheeks, everywhere. I love it. But I had one for summer that was like a light pink color, and I had it, they last a long time. I had it for like, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. And I was like, I need to get a new one, not only because it's fall and I need a different color. Beautiful, right? But because I don't, like, whenever I use that product, I just feel like it's like it's someone else's. It's like I'm not that person anymore. Like my frequency is different and so much clearer. And it's like the person I was who was using that is like, I'm not even that person right now. So it confuses you. And so we can sometimes hold on to things in the name of practicality because we think like, well, it's not practical and I can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. But just trust me on this. Like the mantra I tell to my clients is favor the new, because it will save you. You might think that it's impractical, but it's going to save you a lot of the confusion that I talked about at the beginning of the video, a lot of the crazy feeling, a lot of the, stress, because you start to feel stressed when you're confused in your energy. Does that make sense? And sometimes even the place you live will need to update. You might need to move. You might need to have a different schedule, different habits. You might need to literally just clean the dirt and vacuum and get rid of like things that are starting to feel old. And I often change, like I buy new bed sheets. I sometimes shop at different stores, and you have to really have an open mind about favoring the new and letting your sort of new identity, your new frequency make new choices, because that's going to feel good to you. And you will actually find a lot of peace just by doing this first step, like literally just making peace with the fact that reality is a manifestation, a physical manifestation, all the objects, that support us, but the eternal us is eternal. These things aren't eternal. So it's okay to let go of them. It's okay to shift the things around you so that they support the new frequency that you have. And does this include friendships and relationships? Yes, that's another place to let go. And I find a lot of people are scared of that one, especially. But what I tell people is, whoever was an authentic, positive connection, positivity doesn't dissolve. Negativity does dissolve. Positive energy never dissolves. So you can let go and don't worry about going into your new life, because whoever was an actual positive connection will always meet you there. That connection will never leave. So never be afraid of letting go. Never be afraid of moving on to the next step, because again, it's such a gift for you, because you will feel less crazy. You will feel less confused. And I know it's hard. I'm motivating myself just by talking about this, because we can get sort of like scared about letting go of things. Like, well, if I let go of that, then I won't have this or I won't have that. Yeah, you literally need to clear out the old frequencies and make room for the new frequencies, because you're not just letting go in this process. You are inviting in. You literally don't have room for new stuff. if you are hanging on to all the old stuff. Okay. Okay, I think I covered that. And clearing, by the way, doesn't just involve your physical life, it involves your energy. So that's the work I provide. I do sessions. My consult will be in the description link if you want to have a free consult. I'm doing that for a limited time right now. I'm testing it out because I know with YouTube I'm reaching I'm reaching a lot of new people. So I wanted to give you the chance to have a free consult right now, and I don't know how long I'll be able to do that, but right now, please book if you are interested in getting clear energy, because that's the thing. Like, as these lights beam at us, the love beams at us, like, yeah, so everything inside of you that's dark is going to be illuminated, and it's very uncomfortable to be aware of negative energy inside of you and not have it cleared. And so that's what I provide, is I just go in and I dissolve it, I take it out, and I have a method that dissolves it, and I use the blood of Christ as my tool. So it's extremely fast. It's like the most fast energy work. That's what everybody who I've worked with is like amazed at. It's like, I can't believe you got rid of trauma that fast. It's like, yeah, because all it is negative energy. If I can see it, then I can get rid of it. And that's the gift I have. I can see it, and God taught me how to use positive frequencies to dissolve negative frequencies, because when you combine a positive with a negative, it will dissolve. And so a very strong, obviously positive frequency in the energy world is the blood of Christ. So that's for another video. There's so many videos I need to make. And if you have any like things you want to hear about, please just comment that. I would love to know what you would like. So that's another thing that I really recommend, just anything you can do to clear your energy. I also do breath work. What else? Meditation can help. Prayer can really help. Yeah, the work I do is like the fastest thing I know. It's like a facial for your energy. The free consult, like a lot of people are worried about spending money, but like, that's why I do free consults. It's like you can get a lot of value just finding out about what is going on in your energy, and that can help you. What else? I think that's a lot of good stuff right there. And also, energy balance is really important. So here's the New York background noise. Okay, so clear energy also is about energy balance. We all have feminine and masculine energy, and the more you care about that balance, you learn about it, that can also contribute to healthy energy. And sorry. Sometimes when I really hit on something good, I wonder if sometimes, like, anyway. But I think this is good. I was like, where was I? Basically, if you, I got stage fright for a second there, even though I'm recording, I was like, I got stage fright. Feminine and masculine balance is extremely important. And this is I have 3 sort of ways to help you with that. So if you identify as a woman, then you have to put your feminine first, which is your presence. And so don't overwork yourself. Focus more on your spirit and your presence. Okay, if you identify as a man, you put your masculine energy first. So you need to be all about schedule and organization and action. And that's going to help contribute to your energy balance. And then if you're non-binary, the phrase I like to use is work when work feels restful, and rest when rest feels productive. And that's also a good, that's something that really anybody could use. But I just wanted to mention that too. Okay. Number 2, this is something very powerful that I do. And if you're still watching this video, then God bless you, because this has been all over the place. But I think it's all like amazing information if you implement it. So just stay with me. It's called belief work. And this is something I invented, I created because I understood from watching the energy world that energy is not just like aliveness, it's beliefs. Like that's what it is. So specific positive energies are specific positive beliefs, and negative energy, same thing. It's not just like a block, it's a literal actual belief. I call them like little beings. It's like you could take it out and look at it, and all that thing is a specific belief. It just keeps believing that belief again and again and again. And what makes them positive or negative is if in the bigger picture that belief is true or false. So the bigger picture is God's view, is the view of everything, past, present, future, all the things that we can't see as human beings, which is why we believe things often that aren't true. Like, who has had the belief here that you're not good enough ever in your life? Right? And is that ultimately true? If you asked God if that's true, what do you think he would say? That you're not good enough. Yeah, no. So that's why that's a negative belief. Do you see? So negative beliefs are never actually true, but we can think they are. And so your spirit is the starship commander of your energy. So you can absolutely believe whatever belief you want. As soon as you watch your life and you believe something positive, then the positive belief comes in you. That's why people with positive beliefs are often radiant and healthy. That's why people do affirmations, because affirmations are just positive beliefs. And if you repeat them enough, you might actually believe them. And you can't trick the energy world. You have to authentically believe it, and that's when that energetic reaction happens. Boom. Okay, so affirmations are really good. Same with negative belief, though. If you watch your life and you're like, wow, I suck. Oh, I suck came in you. And that's dark because it's not true if you ask God. See? And so that's what blocks are. So beliefs, number two, beliefs are, and belief work is extremely powerful because it can change your energy. And so what I like to do is after you clear out the old number one, that was step number one, you ask yourself, you look at the goals that you want to create, the things that you want to have in your life that aren't currently here. And I want you to understand that your energy also creates your reality around you. So it's like a projection at a movie theater. It's like your life is literally like a movie. You're at the movie theater every day when you're alive. And what you're seeing on the screen / reality around you is whatever is on the film reel. So when you're at a movie theater, there's a film reel, and that's what you see on the screen. The film reel is your energy. So whatever is on your energy is what you see in your life. So that's why your beliefs really matter, because if you have a lot of positive beliefs, what are you going to see in your life? Positive things. Well, if you have negative things, though, what are you going to see? Negative things happening. So that's how life is not actually random. Pretty cool, right? And belief work is really big for your goals and creating the life you want, because and I have done this for so many things to make things happen, and I call it reality engineering. It's really, really big. And again, that's why getting your energy cleared is major for what happens in your life, because if you have clear energy, you will have a more literal, more positive life. This is the work I do with my clients. And so if you take your goal, okay, you've cleared out, and now you're like, I'm going to create. What you do is you write down not just your goal, you write down the beliefs that you have about creating that goal. So what I always do is I write down like what I want, that just says goal. And then beneath it, I don't write my to-do list. I don't really have to-do lists. I have belief lists. Because if you can ask yourself, what do I just believe I need to do to create this? What do I just like believe I would need to do? And if I did all those things, then I would believe that I would have that. You can do this with literally anything, okay? Just like take any goal, right now, think about it. You can write it down or not, just think about it. Okay, what do I want? Okay, so we're gonna make that a reality, all right? You and me. You're working with the energy queen. We can do it. So, what is it you want? Be specific. Okay. Even better if you write it down, honestly. But I understand some people watch videos in bed and stuff and you're not writing down. So fine. But I want you to think now, okay, I'm going to create this. And what do I believe I would need to do to actually make this happen? Like, what do I just believe? And it's about you and your beliefs. Not what your friend told you, not what society told you, not what the internet told you, not what anybody told you. I just want you to think about and feel your own beliefs. What do you just believe? What do you believe that you would need to do to have that actually happen? What do you actually just believe? And it's about your beliefs. So let's use the example of I'll use one that I've already, that's already worked for me. Oh, I actually use this in my business all the time. This is a really big hack for me that I feel could help, especially with money for people, or business especially, is I would have a goal, whether it's making 2K or whatever. And then I would say beneath that goal, I would actually I always write down, is what do I actually just believe I would need to do to make that happen? And instead of obsessing over whether I'm making it happen, I just write down the actual beliefs that I have of what I believe I would need to do. And then I just do all those things. And the secret to this is you have to do all the things, because this is not just about the actions. While you're taking the actions, you're going to be like, it's the actions making it happen. It's not the actions making it happen. The actions are still going to have an effect. But the magic of this method is that you are going to complete everything on that list. Okay? You have to do all of them, because it's also about having just the belief. Because if you have the belief that this will happen, what are beliefs? Energies. I have the belief that this will happen. What happens? That positive energy that this is going to happen comes into you. Well, what happens next? This is the film reel and your life is the movie. Now you're going to see it happen. And so this is why belief lists and belief work are more powerful than to-do lists, because to-do lists, you take a bunch of actions and you don't know what will happen. If you take all the actions on your belief list, you will not only be making things happen through the actions you take, you will be making things happen through the energy world, because you are going to believe that it'll happen. And this is like a hack to believing that something will happen for you. And I have honestly done everything on a list and then been like, oh, I can just sit back and watch now because it's going to happen, because I believe I did everything that I believed I need to do to get that result. So it has to happen now. And it does. And that's the coolest thing about this. So anyway, that's something else that I recommend, and you can do it. You should do it with everything that you're trying to create right now, because this is going to create not just your, something for you to work on. It's going to create your schedule. It's going to create your life. You're going to build. That's why it's important to clear out, because now you're going to be doing a bunch of things every day. And some of the things that you believe you need to do aren't just going to be one time. It's going to be every day. So you have to keep up with those things. And that can be really hard, but it is going to be worth it. And try it. Okay, number 3. I know this is a long video, but God bless you. I think we all need advice, so I hope this helps you. And again, these are the things I'm going to be doing anyway, so I love talking about it. The number 3 is next leveling. So again, we cleared out. Now we're starting to create what we want. Let's add a bunch of fuel to the fire. Next leveling is number 3. And next leveling is one of my favorite things that doesn't make any sense to us as human beings who are often in survival mode. Next leveling is an energetic process that takes bravery. but it works. And what you do, and it's actually really fun, with next leveling, what you do is, again, you write down something, and what you write down is the words next level. And in it, I want you to write down the details of your ideal life right now. And those are important words and word choices, because you right now, today, watching this, are a specific version, your specific version of yourself. In 10 minutes, okay, maybe that's a little dramatic, but like, okay, in 10 days, in 10 years especially, you're going to be a different version. So the next level for you right now, don't think that it's going to be the same forever. The person you are right now, there's an ideal life that you're craving. And I want to tell you, one of the secrets that I learned through, you know, the training I went through with Jesus teaching me how to see energy and to, you know, I really connected to the divine mercy. If you look up divine mercy, that's like what started a lot of what I do now. And he showed me that that's what the resurrection is about. Like, we are already resurrected. Like I told you, like, there's a version of you that's just positive energy. That's who you really are. And so what the resurrection is going from being covered in trauma and negativity and, you know, all that bullshit, basically, that, not that it's, I'm not calling trauma bullshit, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not real. Negative energy is not who you are. People who want to hold on to stuff, I'm always like, it's like those pore strips. Like when you take a pore strip and the blackheads, it's like, just throw it away. You don't need it. It's not you. And resurrection for us as human beings is going from the state of being covered in negativity to understanding our true identity. Your true identity is the positivity. That's it. And it's totally okay to let go of negativity. And so when it comes to your next level, what he showed me is basically that, like, this is what you're here to do. You're here to live your next level. This is resurrection. This is what it is. It's what makes you feel the highest energy possible inside as the person you are right now. That's who you really are, because you are the positive frequency. But that version of your life is always going to change as you change. So the thing that you need to do, and it's not just about like getting stuff you want, it's about literal resurrection, literally being who you are, literally not living in lies that you're not capable. You are capable. It's literally who you are. What makes you feel positive? Literally, what makes you feel positive? What job, what relationship, what clothing, what makeup? Here's one part of my next level right here. I love this shit. What is that for you? And it's going to be so specific because we're all different, right? What is that for you? That's the resurrected version of you. And so what you need to do is you need to become that now. And I like to think about it like a recipe, like an energetic recipe. You mix elements of your next level into your reality. Okay, you mix them into your reality. So that's why I bought this. It was kind of like felt expensive, but you know what? In my next level, in my ideal life right now, I would have this. So I was like, there you go. There's your answer. And it's not always about spending money. Okay, I want you to write down the ideal version of your life, the ideal version of your life. What time do you get up? What time do you go to sleep? How do you, like, what's your relationship like with your parents? Where do you live? How clean is your place? What habits do you have? What words do you even use? I love that one because it's free. You know, this is not all about spending money. Like, if you, like, I knew in my next level at one point I would use the word fantastic, but I never used it because I was like, things aren't fantastic. But I was like, oh, but in my next level I would use it, so I need to use it now. So that's what it's about. It's about elevating yourself into that place right now, because the secret is, you guys, you are never going to get there in the future if you don't get there now. You have to literally take elements of that version of your life and mix them into your reality right now. And you have to be brave about it. And I have been crazy I mean, that's not a good word for it. Brave, courageous, and those are better words. Sometimes I felt crazy though, but this is how I literally moved to New York City from Canada, which is my story. Started doing comedy. Like I would just always be next leveling because I knew that it's not my next level, it's my true identity. So it's like you might feel like I'm pretending to be somebody right now that I'm not yet. No, that is who you are. If it makes you feel high frequency, that's your actual identity. So what makes you feel high frequency? That's the question. Maybe it's getting your eyebrows done. That was one I had to do that because that was something I would do in my next level. And then voila, there you are as that person already. You know what I mean? So the secret to this is that it's not just about big things. It can be about details. That's why these little things, I have examples that I'm already doing because I already know that this is how it works. And you have to do it now is the key because time is just going to move on. And unless you get to that frequency of resurrection, you're never going to be there. Time will just, you're not in your resurrected life and time is going to go on and you're never going to get there. You have to really get there now and then time will go on and you'll always be there. That's the goal. So like who is the ideal version of you? What is the ideal version of your life? You need to be that now because then in 5 years, you're also going to be living that ideal version of your life. In 10 years, you're going to be living that ideal version of your life. You see how that works? You have to get to the frequency now. And I've experimented with all sides of this. And I can only tell you that if you're not doing this, you're going to suffer. Life is going to be hard and you're going to feel shitty. And you're going to keep feeling shitty. So like you need to elevate yourself out of where you are by adding in even small details. And again, it's not just about shopping. It can be about the words you use. It can be about the time you get up, the time you go to bed. When I work with clients, I tell them like, what time would you get up in your next level? What time would you go to bed in your next level? What do you do every day in your next level? What do you eat? That's another really big one. What do you eat in your next level? You're going to have to eat something. You're going to have to buy food no matter what. So let's be honest about it. And sometimes you do have to spend a little more money. Sometimes you do have to put a little skin in the game. Sometimes you do have to, before I go, I'm going to share really crazy. I mean, this is how much I believe in this. And I'm always trying to be as brave as possible. But this is literally what I did one time. I think, what was the year? 2021. I signed for an apartment that I couldn't afford, but it was the apartment that I would have in my next level. And they gave it to me. And I went to the big office and I signed the contract. And I was like, well, I'm going to make it happen. And I didn't have the money. I couldn't. They were like, oh, I ended up homeless, basically. I know, don't be scared. But this was me experimenting with a lot of things. So, I mean, I'm not saying like, but honestly, this is what happened though. It sounds like it was bad, but what happened was it got me out of where I was living and I was staying in Airbnbs. It transformed my whole life. Within 6 months, I had a new apartment and I was in that apartment for 3 years. So it's like, it's that quote, when you shoot for the moon, you land among the stars. Like you will never, I don't think anything will actually ever long-term go wrong if you're doing this for real. Like, I think the thing that hurts you the most is being scared to try. It's being scared to be that person now. It's being scared to take any of the advice I'm telling you. It's being scared. Fear is negative energy and it's never working in your favor. Okay, so write down your next level and then do those things. And it's gonna stretch you, but I want you to know that this process is not like, what's the analogy? It's not like an instant thing. This is about being, here we go, like a rubber band. It's about all the time stretching and stretching and stretching so that you can create more expansion for yourself. And that's what all of this is. It's like, you can do a little bit of what I told you, you can do a lot. And it's all about just stretching yourself from where you are currently. And it's always going to be a positive change. And so whatever you do, whatever advice you take from this, whether it's booking a consult with me, getting sessions from me, clearing out your closet, cleaning up your space, writing your belief list, doing a few of those things, doing a lot of those things, doing all of those things, writing a next level list, doing some of those things, doing all of those things. It's like, it's just about stretching yourself. So all of it is progress. All of it is amazing. And just be really good to yourself throughout the whole process. And God is always supporting you through this process, because this is the resurrection. This is you becoming who you really are while on planet Earth, which was God's original plan for you. And I just feel so much holiness right now. Like I can just feel it right now. And I just feel like, yeah, I feel like the video is done. I feel like, thank you, I did my job. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this blessed you a lot. This is a lot of coaching that I usually only give to like my private clients. But I'm so grateful that you're here. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to book a consult with me, that will be in the description, and my email is there as well. And God bless you, and you got this. Lots of love.